There we go. Now I can hear myself, and you can probably hear me too. Welcome to the Halbert Aquatic Center here in West Fargo. We're getting ready for the 2020 Girls Border Battle Swim and Dive Meet. On this particular channel here, where the video will have the diving portion of the meet, which starts in a couple of minutes here. And then it will go on until, let me see, where'd my sheet go here? It's right here. It'll go on until approximately 10:33. And if you have any interest in the swimming part, we will have that one live as well on our other video. And the first four events, the 200 medley relay, the 200 freestyle, the 200 individual medley, and the 50-yard freestyle, will all be live streamed with no commentary. And we have the scoreboard on screen so you can keep track of times and laps and all that good stuff, lap times, etc. And then as soon as the diving's done at about 10:33, it's at 10:32 approximately that the 100 freestyle is scheduled to start. So as soon as diving's done, then I'll jump over to the other microphone and we'll finish providing commentary on the final 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 events, 6 or 7 events over on the swimming portion of our broadcast. So once again, one video here is exclusive to diving, and the second one is exclusive to the swimming. And we'll keep things updated over there. We got little graphics on the swimming one, so you know which race is occurring at this time. So with that said, we'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back with our first set of divers here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Download Game Time today.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Since 1996, Giants have been a go-to snack in the Midwest. We thank you for your continued trust in Giants to provide you the best quality sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, pistachios, and our delicious cashews.
All right, welcome back. Not sure if you can hear it in the background. They're naming the divers right now. So I'll go over the divers here for you. Diving first from West Fargo, Sheyenne will be Mallory Doctor. Batting second, I'm sorry. Diving second will be Maddie Fisher from Shanley. Jillian McMahon will be batting, or I'm going to get that out of my system there. Should be diving third. Jillian's from Cheyenne High School as well. Taylor Lee will be diving fourth, and she is check that, I'm sorry. Mallory Doctor's from West Fargo High School. Maddie Fisher's from Shanley. Jillian McMahon is from Cheyenne. Taylor Lee is from West Fargo. Kayla Matheson is from Shanley. Anna Fromke is from Cheyenne. Kieran Darling is from Fargo South. Anna Gatorson is from Fargo South. Jocelyn Beringer is from Cheyenne. Sarah Osley from Shanley. Morgan Bent diving 11th from West Fargo. And Paige Harry diving 12th from Cheyenne. So we'll see which diving boards they get onto here. They were practicing on the far ones. And we will set our camera up based upon which one they hop onto. Once again, over on our other video, they are in the women's 200 medley relay right now, and that is in heat 1 of 4. And then the 200-yard freestyle will follow, the 200 individual medley, and the 50-yard freestyle will be the first 4 events over on our swimming video. And you can catch that one as soon as diving is completed. We'll head over to the swimming video and provide commentary over there. Once again, you can follow us on Twitter at msportsnet live. Looks like they will dive from the one we had it set up on initially. This is Mallory Doctor. An inward dive tuck. Degree of difficulty is a 1.4. And 24 points on that dive there for Mallory Doctor. Maddie Fisher from Shanley will step up next. Degree of difficulty on this dive is 1.6. She'll be doing a forward 1.5 somersault tuck. At least that's what the sheet said she was doing anyway. So. Oh, I'm a diver behind. That's what happened. That was a forward dive tuck from Jillian McMahon of Cheyenne. This is Taylor Lee from West Fargo High School. The degree of difficulty is 1.5. An inward dive pike. And 25.50 on that dive there for Taylor Lee. Kayla Matheson's up next from Shanley. Degree of difficulty on this dive is 1.7, a forward 1.5 somersault pike. And 28.05 on that dive there for Kayla Matheson from Shanley. Anna Fromke from Cheyenne. Degree of difficulty 1.4, an inward dive tuck. You might be able to hear in the background some of the PA announcing for the swimming. Once again, if you're looking for the swimming, it's on our other video. We have 2 live videos on our Facebook page right now. This is Kieran Darling from Fargo South. Forward 1.5 somersault pike. Degree of difficulty is 1.7. And 29.75 on that dive there for Kieran Darling. Annika Torsum from Fargo South, a forward 1.5 somersault pike, 1.7 to the degree of difficulty on this one. .15 on that dive for Annika Torsum. Now bring up Jocelyn Beringer from Cheyenne, a 4-dive tuck, degree of difficulty 1.2. .15.60 on that dive there for Jocelyn Beringer. Now that brings up Sarah Osley from Shanley. Forward 1.5 somersault pike. Degree of difficulty is 1.7. .28.90 on that dive there for Sarah Osley. That brings up Morgan Bentz from West Fargo High School, the Packers. Forward 1.5 somersault tuck, degree of difficulty is 1.6. .23.20 for Morgan Bentz. And that'll bring up the 12th diver, Paige Harry from Cheyenne. An inward dive tuck, check that, an inward dive pike, degree of difficulty 1.5. A 31.50 on the total there for the dive for Paige Harry. And that wraps up round 1 of diving. There's going to be a total of, let's double check the sheet here. Oh, they gave us 2 copies here. That's why there's a lot of pages here. Okay, 11 rounds of diving total. .19.2 for Mallory Doctor from West Fargo High School. That was a forward dive tuck. Degree of difficulty was 1.2. That brings up Maddie Fisher from Cheyenne. Dive 104C. It's a degree of difficulty 2.2. It's a forward double somersault tuck. See what they score that one here in a moment. 17.6 for Maddie Fisher. That brings up Jillian McMahon from Cheyenne High School. Dive 103C, forward 1.5 somersault tuck. Degree of difficulty is 1.6. Over on our swimming video, heat 3 of 4 for the 200 medley relay is starting. You can catch that on our other tab there on our YouTube channel. Julie McMahon, the diver, and she will get a 24.00 on that dive for Jillian McMahon. That'll bring up Taylor Lee from West Fargo High School. Dive 403C. It's an inward 1.5 somersault tuck. Degree of difficulty is 2.2. A 40.70 for Taylor Lee. Kind of made me nervous. Got close to the board on that dive there. I'm glad that she was able to get into the water. That'll bring up Kayla Matheson from Shanley. Dive 104C. It's a forward double somersault tuck. Degree of difficulty on this dive is 2.2. Anna Fromke, I didn't see the score pop up on the scoreboard for that dive there for Kayla Matheson. And so I'm not sure what she got on that one. Anna Fromke, inward 1.5 somersault tuck, 2.2 degree of difficulty. .50 on that one. Kieran Darling from Fargo South, a forward double somersault tuck, 2.2 degree of difficulty. It's dive 104C. And 29.70 on that one. It brings up Annika Torsen from Fargo South, a forward double somersault pike. Degree of difficulty is 2.3. .27.60. Jocelyn Behringer from Cheyenne, forward 1.5 somersault tuck. Degree of difficulty is 1.6. .80 for Jocelyn Behringer. That brings up Sarah Osley from Shanley. Forward double somersault tuck. Degree of difficulty is 2.2. And Osley will get a 29.70 for that one. That brings up Morgan Bentz from the West Fargo Packers. Forward double somersault tuck, 2.2 degree of difficulty. Over on our swimming video, the 200 medley relay is just now finishing up. The 200-yard freestyle is next. Oh, they're on heat 4 of 4, so it's about to finish up. 27.50 there for Morgan Bentz. Now bring up Paige Harry from Cheyenne, an inward 1.5 somersault tuck, degree of difficulty 2.2. Once again, this is Paige Harry from Cheyenne High School. This will be the final diver of round 2. .37.40 for Paige Harry on the inward 1.5 somersault tuck. That'll send us to round 3. Brings up Mallory Doctor from West Fargo High School. It's dive 102C. It's a forward single somersault tuck. Degree of difficulty is 1.4. Mallory Doctor's diving total through 2 rounds is 42.30. .22.40. That brings up Maddie Fisher from Shanley. Forward single somersault, half tuck free, degree of difficulty 1.7. It's dive 5121D, if you're keeping track of that. Maddie Fisher, 25.50 on that dive. That brings up Jillian McMahon from Cheyenne. A forward, single somersault, half twist free. Degree of difficulty, 1.7. It's the exact same dive that Maddie Fisher did. .95 for Jillian McMahon. That brings up Taylor Lee from West Fargo. A forward, double somersault tuck. Degree of difficulty is 2.2. Taylor Lee through 3 rounds has a total of 66.2 all. Or 2 rounds, excuse me. And 46.20 on that dive for Taylor Lee. That'll bring out Kayla Matheson from Shanley, a forward 1.5 somersault, single twist free. Degree of difficulty is 2.2. $35.20 for Kayla Matheson on that dive. Anna Franke from Cheyenne. Forward 1.5 somersault tuck. Degree of difficulty 1.6 through 2 rounds. 52.70 for Anna Franke. $30.40 for Anna Franke. Kira Darling, Fargo South High School, inward dive pike, degree of difficulty 1.5. $27.75 for Kiera Darling. That brings up Anna Gatorsum. Fargo South High School, forward single somersault, single twist free. Degree of difficulty 1.9. $36.10 for Anna Gatorsum. Jocelyn Berringer from Cheyenne, a forward single somersault, single twist free, degree of difficulty 1.9. The exact same dive that Anna Gatorsum just did. Once again, this is Jocelyn Berringer from Cheyenne. $19 on the dive for Berringer. Brings up Sarah Osley, 2-round total of 58.60. She'll be doing a forward single somersault, single twist free. Degree of difficulty is 1.9. $26.60 for Sarah Osley. That brings up Morgan Bentz from West Fargo High School. A forward single somersault, single twist free. Degree of difficulty 1.9. $28.50 for Morgan Bentz on that dive. Paige Harry from Cheyenne is up next. Forward 1.5 somersault pike. Degree of difficulty is 1.7. This will be the final diver of round 3. Once again, if you're watching on Facebook, you can also watch on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, you can also watch on Facebook. So let your friends and family know. 30.60 for Paige Harry, and that wraps up round 3 of diving. Mallory Doctor, a reverse dive tuck, degree of difficulty 1.6. Mallory from West Fargo High School has a total of 64.70 through 3 rounds. $25.60 on that one. That brings up Maddie Fisher from Shanley, a reverse dive tuck, degree of difficulty 1.6. Maddie Fisher with a 3-round total of 67.10. We'll be doing a reverse dive tuck, degree of difficulty 1.6. Maddie is from Shanley High School. $21.6, 4-round total of 88.70. Jillian McMahon from Cheyenne, a reverse dive tuck, degree of difficulty 1.6. 3-round total of 61.35. $26.40 gives her 87.75 through 4 rounds. Currently in 3rd place, Taylor Lee. Check that, Jillian McMahon. I'm a diver behind here. No, I am right. It is Taylor Lee. Was a forward single somersault, single twist free. Degree of difficulty was 1.9. 37.05 gives her a 4-round total of 149.45. Kayla Matheson from Shanley, reverse dive tuck. Degree of difficulty is 1.6. 101.75 through 3 rounds of diving. $24 on the dive, gives her a 4-round total of 125.75. Anna Fromke, 3-round total of 83.10, forward double somersault tuck from Cheyenne High School. Nicely done. 34.10 gives her a 4-round total of 117.20. That brings up Kieran Darling from Fargo South, an inward 1.5 somersault tuck. Degree of difficulty is 2.2. $30.8 on that dive. Anna Gatorsum, reverse dive pike, degree of difficulty 1.7. 96.85 through 3 rounds of diving. $23.8 gives her 120.65 through 4 rounds. and brings up Jocelyn Behringer from Cheyenne High School, reverse dive tuck, degree of difficulty 1.6. She has 55.4 through 3 rounds of diving. .20 gives her 78.60 through 4 rounds of diving. Brings up Sarah Osley from Shanley. Reverse dive tuck, degree of difficulty 1.6. .2880, total of 114 through 4 rounds of diving. Morgan Benz from West Fargo High School, reverse dive tuck, degree of difficulty 1.6, 79.20, her score through 3 dives. .32 brings her up to 111.20. Through 4 dives, and that brings up our final diver of round 4 from Cheyenne High School. It's Paige Harry, a forward double somersault pike. Degree of difficulty is 2.3. .34.50 brings her to 134 through 4 rounds of diving. Taylor Lee in first place with 149.45, and now Mailer Dock through 4 rounds. Mallory Doctor from West Fargo, back dive tuck, degree of difficulty 1.5, 90.30 through 4 rounds of diving. .28.5, 118.80. Maddie Fisher from Shanley, reverse single somersault tuck, degree of difficulty is 1.6. .23.20 gives her 111.90 through her 5th dive. That brings up Jillian McMahon from Cheyenne. Reverse single somersault tuck, degree of difficulty 1.6. .24 gives her 111.75 through 5 dives. That brings up Taylor Lee, West Fargo High School, forward single somersault, double twist free. Degree of difficulty on this one is 2.3. Nicely done. We'll see what the judges award her for that one. 3 judges assigning points. 41.4 gives her a score of 190.85 through her 5th dive. Currently keeps her in first place at the moment. Kayla Matheson from Shanley, reverse single somersault tuck, degree of difficulty 1.6. 125.75 through her first 4 dives, 24 more on that one, for a total of 149.75 for Kayla Matheson. Anna Fromke, Cheyenne High School, forward single somersault, single twist free, degree of difficulty is 1.9. 30.4. Gives her a total of 147.60. Kieran Darling, Fargo South High School, forward single somersault, single twist free, degree of difficulty 1.9. $118 through 4 rounds. Still waiting on the judges for Kieran Darling, and 16.15 brings her to a 5-round total of 134.15. Annika Torsum, Fargo South High School, an inward dive pike, degree of difficulty is 1.5. $30 even brings her to a total of 150.65 for Gatorsum. Jocelyn Behringer, Cheyenne High School, reverse single somersault tuck, degree of difficulty is 1.6. $12.8 brings her to a total of 91.40. That brings up Sarah Osley from Shanley, reverse single somersault tuck, degree of difficulty 1.6. $29.60, 143.60 total. That brings up Morgan Benz from West Fargo High School, an inward single somersault tuck. Degree of difficulty, 1.6. $27.20 brings her to a total of 138.40. Paige Harry from Cheyenne, a forward 1.5 somersault single twist free, degree of difficulty 2.2, final diver of round 5. $134 through 4 rounds for Paige Harry. 34.10 brings her to a total of 168.10. through 5 rounds of diving. Taylor Lee from West Fargo High School, after 5 rounds of diving, still in the lead with a total of 190.85. That'll bring us to round 6. Mallory Doctor from West Fargo High School, forward single somersault, half twist free. Degree of difficulty is 1.7, 118.80 through 5 rounds. And Doctor will score on that dive. 24.65 brings her to 143.45. Brings up Maddie Fisher. Maddie Fisher from Shanley, an inward dive pike, degree of difficulty 1.5, 111.90 through 5 rounds of diving. $21 even brings her to 132.90. Jillian McMahon from Cheyenne, inward dive tuck, degree of difficulty 1.4. Jillian McMahon, 111.75, scores 21.70 on that, brings her to 138.45. Check that, 133.45. Brings up Taylor Lee, currently in first place from West Fargo High School. Back dive tuck, degree of difficulty is 1.5. She has 190.85 through the first 5 rounds of diving. We'll see what she'll score here on this one. .28.5. That'll bring up Kayla Matheson from Shanley. An inward dive pike, 1.5 degree of difficulty. Matheson through 5 rounds of diving has 149.75. .28.5, that scores her 178.25 through 6 dives. Anna Fromke, Cheyenne High School, reverse dive tuck, 1.6 degree of difficulty. .28.8 brings her to 176.40 on a total. Kieran Darling, Fargo South High School, back dive tuck, degree of difficulty 1.5. .20.25 brings her a total of 154.40. That'll bring up Anna Gatorsum, Fargo South High School, an inward 1.5 somersault tuck. Degree of difficulty is 2.2. .27.50 brings her to a total of 178.15. Brings up Jocelyn Behringer, Cheyenne High School, back dive straight, degree of difficulty is 1.7. .17.85 brings her to a total of 109.25. Brings up Sarah Osley from Shanley, an inward dive pike, degree of difficulty is 1.5. .27 even, 143.60 is her total. That brings up Morgan Bentz from West Fargo, back dive tuck, degree of difficulty is 1.5. .30.75 brings her a total of 138.10. And that brings up Morgan, or check that, it brings up Paige Harry, final diver of round 6. Five-round total of 168.10. Reverse dive pike, degree of difficulty 1.7. The judges will score her 28.9, 168.10 her total through 6 dives. That brings up round 7. West Fargo High School's Mallory Doctor. Check that, Mallory Doctor not diving here in round 7. They'll bring up Maddie Fisher from Shanley, an inward single somersault tuck. Degree of difficulty 1.6. So Mallory Doctor will not dive in rounds 7, 8, or 9. And let me check the rest of the rounds here. She'll be back in round, no she won't. She won't be diving anymore, so we go down to 11 divers instead of 12. Maddie Fisher scores a 24 on that. 156.90 her total. Jillian McMahon from Cheyenne, an inward single somersault tuck. Degree of difficulty is 1.6. 133.45 through 6 rounds of diving. They're just about to finish up the 200 individual medley. It's in heat 3 right now over on our swimming video. Jillian McMahon on that dive there will score 23.20, gives her 156.65 for a grand total. Taylor Lee, West Fargo High School, currently in first place with 219.35. Doing a forward 1.5 somersault pike. Degree of difficulty is 1.7. .32.3 brings her to 251.65 and keeps her in first place. Kayla Matheson from Shanley, an inward single somersault tuck. Degree of difficulty is 1.6.
Here's your top 8 finishers. The 200-yard freestyle. 8th place, West Fargo, -9 7th place, Shanley, Brooklyn Hanson. 6th place, Fargo South, City 5th place, West Fargo, Lauren McDonough.
Matheson will score 26.40, brings her to 204.65 for a total. And Anna Franke from Cheyenne's up next. Reverse single somersault tuck. Degree of difficulty is 1.6. And Franke will score 24.8, brings her to 201.20 for a total. That brings up Kieran Darling, Fargo South High School, a backward single somersault, half twist free. Degree of difficulty is 1.7.
Here's the team scores. Event 2 in 4th place, Shanley Wahpeton with 46. In 3rd place, Fargo South with 85. In 2nd place,
29.75, scores her a grand total of 184.15. Anna Gatorsum, Fargo South, back dive pike, degree of difficulty is 1.6. Gatorsum, 178.15 through 6 dives. Guttormson will score 24.8, brings her to a total of 202.95. Jocelyn Behringer from Cheyenne, a backward single somersault straight. Degree of difficulty is 1.7. Behringer will get 14.45. Sarah Osley, Shanley High School, an inward 1.5 somersault tuck, degree of difficulties 2.2. Osley with a total of 170.60 through 6 dives. Scores a 38.50, brings her to 209.10. Morgan Benz, West Fargo High School, backward single somersault tuck, 1.5 degree of difficulty. 169.15 through 6 dives. 28.5, 197.65 her total through 7 rounds. And that brings up our final diver of round 7, Paige Harry. Degree of difficulty is 1.6. .197 through 6 dives. And a 30.4 brings her to 227.40. And that will complete round 7. Maddie Fisher, Shanley High School, back dive tuck, degree of difficulty is 1.5. .156.90 through 7 dives. And a score of 18 for 174.90 for a grand total. Brings up Jillian McMahon, Cheyenne High School, back dive straight, degree of difficulty 1.7. McMahon, 156.65 through 7 dives. Scores a 22.10, 178.75 is her total. Brings up Taylor Lee. Taylor Lee, West Fargo High School, reverse dive tuck, degree of difficulty 1.6. 7 round total of 251.65. Currently in first place. .28 on that dive to bring it to a total of 279.65. Kayla Matheson, Shanley High School, back dive tuck, degree of difficulty 1.5. .23.25 gives her a total of 227.90. Anna Fromke, Cheyenne High School, back dive tuck, degree of difficulty 1.5. .201.20 through 7 dives, and she will score Waiting on it. 27.75 for a total of 228.95. Kieran and Darling, Fargo South High School, reverse dive tuck, 1.6 degree of difficulty. .27.2, scores are 2:11.35 through 8 dives. Annika Tormson, Fargo South High School, backward, 1.5 somersault pike. Degree of difficulty is 2.3. .202.95 through 7 dives. And Torpson will score 33.35, brings her to 236.30 for a grand total. And that brings up Jocelyn Berger, Cheyenne High School, an inward dive tuck, degree of difficulty is 1.4.
Lane 1, disqualification, false start.
.21 on that dive for Berenger, brings her to 123.70 for a grand total. Brings up Sarah Osley from Shanley High School. A back dive tuck, degree of difficulty is 1.5. 209.10 through 7 rounds of diving for Sarah Osley from Shanley High School. Once again, this is a back dive tuck. .24.75 brings her to a total of 233.85. Morgan Bentz, inward dive tuck, degree of difficulty is 1.4. Morgan's from West Fargo High School. .29.4 on that dive for a total of 227.05. Paige Harry, Cheyenne High School, back dive pike. Degree of difficulty is 1.6. 227.40 through 7 dives here for Paige Harry from Cheyenne High School. And scores a 32 for 259.40. And that will wrap up round 8. Still in the lead is Taylor Lee from West Fargo at 279.65. And in second place with 259.40 is Paige Harry. Maddie Fisher, Shanley High School, back single somersault straight. Degree of difficulty on this dive is 1.7. .24.65 brings her to a total of 199.55. Jillian McMahon from Cheyenne High School, backwards a single somersault pike. Degree of difficulty on this dive is 1.6. 18.40 brings her a total of 197.15.
50-yard freestyle, heat 6.
Taylor Lee in first place right now with 279.65 through 8 dives. This one will be dive 302C. It's a reverse single somersault tuck. Degree of difficulty is 1.6. As she'll step up to the board now. Once again, Taylor Lee from West Fargo High School. And Taylor will score 31.20. That brings up Kayla Matheson, Shanley High School. Dive 202A, a backward single somersault straight. Degree of difficulty on this dive is 1.7. 227.90 through 8 dives for Matheson. And on that dive, Kayla will score 28.90, brings her to 256.80 on a total. Anna Fromke, Sheyenne High School, dive 202C. Backward single somersault tuck, degree of difficulty is 1.5. And Anna Fromke will score on that dive a 25.50, brings her to 254.45. Kieran Darling, 302C from Fargo South High School. Reverse single somersault tuck. Degree of difficulty on this dive is 1.6. $27.20 brings her to 238.55. Anna Gatormson, Fargo South High School. Dive 302C. It's reverse single somersault tuck. Degree of difficulty on this dive is 1.6. The 100-yard butterfly. There's 3 heats. That's starting right now on our swimming video. Jocelyn Behringer stepping up on the board right now. An inward single somersault tuck, 1.6 from Sheyenne High School. Still waiting for the score on that one. And she will not get any points on that one. She'll remain at 144.70. Sarah Osley, Shanley High School, backward single somersault straight. Degree of difficulty is 1.7. $30.6 for a total of 264.45. for Sarah Osley. Brings up Morgan Bentz, West Fargo High School. Inward 1.5 somersault tuck. Degree of difficulty on this dive is 2.2. $39.60 jumps her up to 266.65. That brings up Paige Harry, Cheyenne High School. Backward 1.5 somersault tuck. Degree of difficulty is 2.0. Nicely done there by Paige, and she will score a 34 even on that dive, brings her to 293.40, and that completes round 9 of diving. Rounds 10 and 11 still to come. Maddie Fisher, 199.55 through 9 dives. She'll be doing dive 522-1D. It's a backward 1.5 somersault, half twist free. Degree of difficulty on this dive is 1.7. She has 199.55 through 9 dives. $27.20 brings her to 226.75 for a grand total. And that brings up Jillian McMahon, Cheyenne High School, a backward. One single somersault, half twist free, degree of difficulty 1.7. Maddie will score, or check that Jillian will score. 21.25, that's a 218.40 total for Jillian McMahon. Brings up first place, currently in first place from West Fargo High School, Taylor Lee. It's dive 202C, a backward single somersault tuck, degree of difficulty is 1.5. $29.25 brings her to 340.10 for a grand total. That brings up Kayla Matheson from Shanley High School. It's dive 5231D, a backward 1.5 somersault, half twist free. Degree of difficulty on this dive will be 2.1.
In second place, Alexis Divinng, Packers. And in first place, Brenda Bellis, West Fargo Cheyenne, with a final time of 25.
The second heat of the 100 butterfly is about to start on our swimming video. Once again, as soon as diving finishes up here, we will head over to the swimming video and provide commentary over there. Kayla Matheson, Shanley High School. 2.1 degree of difficulty on a backward 1.5 somersault, half twist free. $30.45 brings her to 287.25 for a total. Anna Fromke, Cheyenne High School. Dive 402C, an inward single somersault tuck. Degree of difficulty is 1.6. $25.6, 280.05 for a total. That brings up Kieran Darling. Fargo South High School. Backward single somersault tuck. Degree of difficulty is 1.5. .50 on that dive. That gives Darling a total of, I forgot to write it down last time. We'll add it up next time. Annika Torsum, 245.10 through 9 dives from Fargo South High School. Backward single somersault, 1.5 twist free. Degree of difficulty on this dive is 2.3. And Gatorsum will score 39.10, brings her to 284.20. Jocelyn Behringer, Cheyenne High School. Dive 102B, it's a forward single somersault pike. Degree of difficulty is 1.5. She has 144.70 through 9 dives. And Jocelyn will score still waiting on it. Once again, 3 judges, 2.0, 2.0, 2.5 for a 9.75. Sarah Osley, Shanley High School. It's dive 5222D. It's a backward single somersault, single twist free. Degree of difficulty on this dive is 1.9. 264.45 through 9 dives for Sarah Osley. Nicely done. We'll see what the 3 judges award her for that dive there. 33.25 brings her to 297.70. That brings up Morgan Bentz, West Fargo High School. Dive 302C, it's a reverse single somersault tuck. Degree of difficulty is 1.6. And the judges will award Morgan 32, brings her to 298.65. And that brings up Paige Harry, Cheyenne High School, the final diver of round 10. Dive 5231D, it's a backward 1.5 somersault, half twist free. Degree of difficulty is 2.1. And the judges will give Paige a total of 39.90, 333.30, her grand total through 10 rounds of diving. And that'll bring us to the final round of diving. Maddie Fisher, Shanley High School. It's dive 5222D. It's a backward single somersault, single twist free. Degree of difficulty on this dive is 1.9. 24.70 brings her to 251.45. Jillian McMahon has 218.40 through the first 10 rounds of diving. She'll be doing a backward single somersault, check that. She'll be doing a forward single somersault pike. Degree of difficulty is 1.5. And the judges will award Jillian a total of, still waiting on it, (13.50), 231.90 for a total for Jillian McMahon. That brings up Taylor Lee, West Fargo High School. Dive 52.23D. It's a backward single somersault, 1.5 twist free. Degree of difficulty on this dive is 2.3. .43.7 on that dive. That brings up Kayla Matheson, Shanley High School, backward single somersault, 1.5 twist free. Degree of difficulty on this one is 2.3. And Matheson will score 35.65, brings her to a total of 322.90. Anna Fromke, Cheyenne High School, dive 51.21D. A forward single somersault, half twist free. Degree of difficulty on this dive is 1.7. .24.65 gives her a total of 304.70. Kieran Darling, Fargo, let's try this again. Kieran Darling, Fargo South High School, dive 402C. It's an inward single somersault tuck. Degree of difficulty is 1.6. .28.8. 289.85 her total. Annika Tornstrom, Fargo South High School, dive 402C, inward single somersault tuck. Degree of difficulty 1.6. 284.20 through 10 rounds. We'll see what she gets on this dive here. The judges will award Annika Tornstrom a total of 28. 312.20 is her total. Jocelyn Berringer, Cheyenne High School, dive 51.21D, a forward single somersault, half twist free. Degree of difficulty is 1.7. 154.45 through the first 10 dives. And Jocelyn will score 15.30, brings her to a total of 169.75. Sarah Osley, Shanley High School, dive 52.23D. It's a backward single somersault, 1.5 twist free. Degree of difficulty is 2.3. .37.95 gives her 335.65 for a total. Morgan Bentz, West Fargo High School, dive 51.21D, a forward single somersault, half twist free. Degree of difficulty is 1.7. She has 298.65 through 10 dives. And Morgan Bentz from West Fargo High will score a total of 17.85, gives her a total of 316.50. That brings up our final diver and our final dive. Paige Harry, Cheyenne High School, dive 52.23D, a backward single somersault, 1.5 twist free. Degree of difficulty is 2.3. Paige was in second place through 10 rounds with 333.30. And we'll see what she scores here. .70 gives her a grand total of 354.00. That wraps up the diving. We're going to take a break. We'll add up some numbers here and come back and tell you who scored or who got first, second, third, and all that good stuff. We'll be right back after this timeout here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Download Game Time.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic. Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal. Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
Three Lions Pub is now back to full menus, open 7 days a week once again. Plus, they are kid-friendly until 9 p.m. every night with a brand new kids menu. Stop in and ask one of the friendly servers about the daily drink and food specials. Three Lions Pub is now open Sundays 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., Monday through Thursdays 11 a.m. to midnight, and Friday and Saturdays 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. Three Lions Pub in West Fargo, proudly cheering on all Fargo, West Fargo, and other area teams playing this summer on Magnitude Sports.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Do you need a sales sign for your store? Maybe displays to light up your booth at trade shows? Or perhaps you are looking for something personal to make birthday of that special someone extra special? No matter what your need is, at Banner Buzz, we have got you covered. This is how it works. Choose from thousands of display products, customize your sizes, or pick from our standard options. For the design, you can create it using our user-friendly design tools, upload your own artwork, or ask our experienced designers to design it for you for free. Place your order using your credit card, and get it delivered right to your doorsteps right on time. Yes, it's that easy. What's more, our amazing customer happiness advisors are always available to answer any query or concern. So what are you waiting for? Have promotional or decoration plans? Make it visible only with Banner Buzz. To know more and get started, visit bannerbuzz.com today.
Since 1996, Giants have been a go-to snack in the Midwest. We thank you for your continued trust in Giants to provide you the best quality sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, pistachios, and our delicious cashews.
All right, welcome back as our diving portion has finished up here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the totals. Let me find that page again here. Coming in with 143.45 points, Mallory Doctor from West Fargo High School. with 169.75 is Jocelyn Berringer from Sheyenne. With 231.90 is Jillian McMahon from Cheyenne High School. With 251.45 is Maddie Fisher from Shanley High School. And with 289.85 is Kieran Darling from Fargo South High School. 304.70, Anna Fromke from Cheyenne. Let's see here. The next swimmer, 312.20, is Anna Gatorsam from Fargo South. And your top 5 swimmers look like this. Morgan Bentz from West Fargo scored a total of 316.50. Coming in 4th was Anna Fromke from Cheyenne with 304. Check that. Kayla Matheson from Shanley with 322.90. Coming in 3rd with 335.65 is Sarah Osley from Shanley. 2nd place is 354 for Paige Harry from Cheyenne High School, and your winner of the diving competition here in the 2020 Girls Border Battle Swim and Dive Meet is Taylor Lee from West Fargo High School with a grand total of 383.80. So that wraps up the diving portion. We're going to take a break. We're going to wrap this one up, actually, and then we're going to hop over to our swimming video and provide commentary and fill you in on what's happened so far and get you up to speed over there. Once again, you can find us online on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. And once again, coming in first, West Fargo High School's Taylor Lee with a grand total of 383.80 wins the diving competition here in the 2020 Girls Border Battle Swim and Dive Meet. That's going to wrap it up. We'll talk to you in a couple moments here on our swimming video on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.